The only thing waiting for me at the end of success is a sense of emptiness. So my friend Jasmine, she made a really interesting video about trust and surrender, and I thought about it, like what does that really mean? And obviously it means a lot of different things to different people, and I'm just going to outright say that it's not something that I've read up on or anything, and this is just purely my own interpretation of it and how it works for me. So for me, trust is really not about trusting that external things are going to come to me in the way that I want it. Trust is really about trusting the decisions that we make are the best ones that we can make right now. But then, how then do we trust that? Because we don't know any better, we don't know what's going to turn out, and the reality is we never know. But when we can tap into our bodies a little bit more and ask our bodies, hey, like, what do you think about this decision? What does it feel in my body when I decide one way or another? And, being somebody that's pretty much in my head most of the time, thinking about all sorts of things, strategizing, worst case scenarios, anything that you can dream up in your head, I would. And, it's the brain is not the best place to make decisions because it can sound very logical, but if your body is like, oh, hell no, you're going to have problems like, working through things. So just really allowing yourself the space to sense in your body what you really want. If you're somebody that's been in your head a lot and you're like, I don't feel anything in my body, you're not alone. It's something that I really struggled with, and it's honestly something that I'm still learning to do. But I will assure you, being somebody who was like, what do you mean? What do I feel in my body? It is possible, absolutely possible for you to really begin to tap into your body and really sense what feels right for you. And I know that for everybody, that sensing could be very different. For me, it's just a very simple knowing, or it could be a lightness in the body, or like, oh, I feel really excited about it. And for other people, it might be really different, and I don't know how different people do it. So you might want to ask around. So that was trust. So surrender. So for me, surrender is not about like, oh, I just give up and that's like whatever happens, happens. Well, in a way, it's whatever happens, happens, but not in a defeatist way and not a, I don't know what to do anymore, so I'm just not going to care anymore sort of way. But it's more like letting go of your expectations of the outcome. And honestly, I know that's something that's pretty difficult to do, but it's really something that can be very helpful. So what do I mean when I say release expectations of the outcome? It's really about, so for example, if you decided to do something and you're like really excited about it and you're like putting in all the effort, for a lot of us, after we put in the effort, we're like, okay, now that I've done this, I expect a promotion, I expect somebody to praise me, or I expect like a lot of people to buy this product that I'm putting out. But I think life is about enjoying the journey, and the outcome is really a bonus. Like a couple of years ago, I had come to this conclusion that the only thing waiting for me at the end of success, however you deem success to be, is a sense of emptiness. Because when you reach there, then what? You reach for the next goal, and the next goal, and then what? And I realized that that cannot be what life is about, not for me at least. And I'm always searching for the answer of what's the purpose of life. And I mean the purpose of life in general, not just my life. So to me, it seems pretty meaningless. It's like we're chasing and chasing and chasing. But if you flip it around just a little bit, you can see it like we are learning and growing and having fun in the journey. And when you have fun in the journey is the outcome, in a way. And anything else you get on top of that is really a bonus. It's like you have a beautiful, delicious cake and they add like sprinkles and additional like chocolate or like cherry on top. Like it's really, really extra, and the extra is so wonderful. You will probably jump to the moon for it and all of that. But that's not, to me, what life is about or what it's for. And I think if we can begin to trust that the choices we make are the ones that are the best for us, and then we surrender to the outcome, whatever it may be, I think that makes life a little easier and lighter. And so maybe the words trust and surrender might not work for you because we all understand language in a certain way. So, I kind of just made it work for me. The last part of my video got cut off. I was finishing up by saying that, trust and surrender, it's different to different people. And because of the language that we use, we interpret it in different ways. And so I made it work for me in terms of the way I interpret it. And also, I think maybe it's also the people that I, talk about these things with tend to be a bit more on the Zen side. And so then that kind of colors my perspective on it as well. But I think based on things that I've learned as well as my own personal take on it, say that the summary of it is about trusting your instincts in a way, and your instincts being your body, trusting your instincts to let you know what is the right path for you, what feels right for you, what feels good for you, and enjoying that journey. The surrender bit to me then is about releasing my expectations of the outcome and just really enjoying the journey. And when I put both together, basically it means that I've decided to do something that feels good in my body. I know I'll enjoy it, and it might not be easy, but it's worthwhile. The process is fun for me, maybe. Fun and difficult can coexist in the same space, and that's probably something that we can talk about another day if that even interests anyone. So trusting that you're making the right decision for you, enjoying the journey, and releasing your expectations on the outcome. But I think that for me would be a one sentence summary of what trust and surrender means to me. I hope this gives you food for thought, and maybe just sit with the idea of what does the trust and surrender mean to you. Not what trust and surrender means to other people, what other people are saying, but what does it mean to you.